We are discussing about the work process administration part. So SAP work process administration part, we are discussing about this one here. So here as part of the work process here, so we have the multiple work process are available in SAP. Multiple work process are available in SAP here, right? One is the DVEBMGS, right? DVEBMGS here, right? So then here DVEBMGS means here. So first work process is so dialogue work process here. So the dialogue work process is responsible to dialogue work process is DIA. So dialogue work process is responsible to take the user request from the dispatcher, then so it will process the user logic and the user text, whatever user wants, that will work process will process the user logic here, right? So once the dialogue work process the request, then user done the one transaction here, right? For dialogue work process, we will use the SM50, SM60 or the 66 are the transaction code to check the work process status, right? So the next one is called the update work process here. Update work process. What is this update work process here? So as part of the user transaction, user done the one of the transaction here. User done the so transaction, right? The transaction, user done the one transaction or one payment, whatever it may be, he completed the his work by logging to the site. He completed the his work here. So after that, what will happen? After that, the transaction record should be update. The transaction record should be update at DB level, right? So why? Because it should store the data into the database level. It should store it here. So here, so for to storing the data at database level here, update work process here. Suppose here, so you can log into the any client, then so why? Because since we have already client is there, you can log into the any client, or so as soon as you done the installation, you will get the two default clients, right? The 000, 001. Normally inside of the client we have to do the business, but business means all the business work, business data, everything we have to store it in the inside of the client here, right? After logging to the dedicated client here. So here, so user logged into the system, one of the then he did the one transaction. He did the one of the transaction. Then here update work process, what the update work process will do? Update work process will update the user records into so DB table level, update the DB table level here. Here the transaction code for the update work process is SM13 and SM14. Here we can use the to check the whether if any whether if any failed update records, whether if any failed update records exist or not. Here we will check it out here in the SM13 here. So in the SM14, we can check the status of the update work process. We can check the status of the update work process here. So here we can go to the SM13. So as part of the day-to-day activity, we can go to the SM13 is the transaction code here. We can go to the update, then we can check the last 24 hours. Are there any failed transactions in the system or not? Here we can check it out in the failed transactions. Here we can check it out here. So there is no failed transactions, zero update records found. If anything is pending, just select it, just click on the repeat update, just select the repeat update, means which, so we can repeat the transaction, we can update the database level, table level, we can update it here. So otherwise what happens, there is a so user done the transaction, but there is no updates. There is no update into the table level. The transaction will not be inserted into the table level here. So here the SM13 and SM14 we can check the status of the update, and also in SM14 we can check the status of the update, whether the update is active or not. This is the one of the daily monitoring transaction codes, right? SM50, SM66, SM13, then SM14 are the daily monitoring transaction codes here. So here, if anything is wrong, so suppose like update got deactivated due to the some other issues. Update got deactivated due to the some issues here, right? Due to some issues means some DB level issues, some NQ server related issues, some other unknown issues. Update may go to the deactivated. Update will go to the deactivated status here. So now you see update got deactivated, right? So now user doing something, some company code is trying to edit it, user doing the some transaction, is booking the ticket, something is doing, but the transaction will not be updated. The transaction will not be updated here in the database table level here. The transaction will not be updated. So why? Because user is doing the so suppose example, if you see, I am going to create the one of the user. Suppose example, I am going to create the one of the user is called the basis one. I am going to create it here. Normally, you will get this concept in the user creation, right? So now I am going to create the one user, but the user, okay, basis one already there, then basis two already there, I think, basis 10. Okay, I am going to create the user here example, right? So what I am doing here, so I am just doing the one of the company code, some user transaction I am doing in the SAP system level. Just when you click on the save button, what will happen here? Here update work process, once you done it, then update work process here should pick up your data, will save into the database table level. It should pick up and should save the data into the table level. But it's now what is happening? Your transaction is not saved here. See here, still loading means it's not saving it. Your transaction is not getting saved. Your transaction is not getting saved into the DB level. Why? Because your update delayed and wait. What we have done is we have deactivated the update. We have deactivated the update, which means here your record got stuck. If you go to the SM13, you see your record got stuck here. See here, one record found. Why? Because it's not getting processing here. So it's got stuck. It's got stuck in the SM13. It got stuck here. After some time, what will happen? There is a timeout. Then immediately it will come to the failed status. It will come to the failed status here. So that's what will happen here. See here, your data is not getting saved now. Your data is not getting saved now. See here, it is still loading here, still loading here. So why? What's happening? Why my transaction is not getting saved? Still it is loading, which means the backend update work process is responsible to pick up your record, your transaction. So then it will should update into the DB level. It should update into the DB level. So it's not updating. So that's the reason you can see still it is loading. Your transaction is not getting saved. So if you wait for 1 day, 2 day, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, if you wait it, still be the same status here. So which means your transaction is not getting saved here. In this case, so they will report to you, issue to us. Then it say like there is a one transaction, it got stuck in the here. Then first of all, as soon as immediately as a business consultant, we need to check. So what is the status of the my update here? So update is deactivated here. Oh, which user? Basis user. At what time? Here, this is that is the reason your transaction is not getting. As soon as you activate, immediately go to this screen. Immediately your transaction will be saved like that. You will get the message. See here, your transaction user got created. Means the data got saved into the DB table level. So then how it got happened here now? How it got happened now? Why? Because as soon as you started your update, immediately the record got saved. The record got saved here. The process record also processed here. Record also processed here, right? Which means what's happened in between time now. So here update got delayed, which means we have forcefully stopped the update. We have forcefully stopped the update. in order to process your request. So that's the reason. So here update work process will help you. Update work process will help you to process the user in the dialog mode. With the dialog user, users will log in, right? With the dialog mode, user will log into the system, right? Is the presentation layer, then it is the application layer, and this is the database layer, right? So what will happen? So in the here what will happen whenever user logins here, you have the dialog work process. So other work process are available here. So immediately whenever you are logging from the SAP, log on to SAP here. So here what will happen? Here dialog work process will take your request, then it will process the your logic, your task and everything here. Then after that, you have done one transaction, you have saved something here, means immediately the update work process will pick up your request, will update the transactions into the table level, will update the transactions into the DB table level, it will update it here. DB table level, it will update the transactions here. This is what it will happen here, right? So it will update the transactions into DB table level, it will update it here. So that is the concept of the update work process, updating the user records into DB table level, here. For this one, we will use the SM13 and SM14. SM13 is for to check the any failed update records exist or not. So what if the failed transactions are exist? Then if it is, then we have to inform to the our functional folks first of all. First of all, we have to inform to the functional folks. So here see a lot of transactions are failed. Here you will get the username, date and time. Then if you inform them, they will take care of their work. So if it is related to the our user, our basis admin work, then we can take the call. But it's a functional, some materials, some manufacturing, some data. So which means it's not related to the technical. Then in this case, we have to inform to the respective functional team so that we can send an email to them so that they will take care of the next action item, whether they can delete it, whether they can reprocess it, whether we can ignore it. So whatever it may be, so they can judge it, they can judge more, right? So that is the update work process here, right? So that is the
What process from the logon page to here is a work process, right? Dialog work process. From there to DB, who is going to take the responsibility?
just now explained, right? Update work process.
Again, okay.
So dialog work process will take care of your request, okay? For logging to the system, processing your user logic and everything. After that, so once you have done the transaction, okay? The transaction, if you done the transaction, it will generate the some records, some records, some records. It will some transactions. It will generate it. So here immediately dialog work process won't go and DB level. It won't update it. It will hand over the request, it will hand over to the update. So update is dedicated to updating the user records into DB table level. Update work process will take care of that one. Okay, dialog work process will only help to do the transactions only. But after that, so once the user will generate the records, so here user once done the transaction, update will take care of the next course of action, next responsibility update will do. That's why starting of the point I mentioned, each work process has the dedicated responsibility. So dialog means it is only process the user request and everything. Then okay, then after user done the transaction, there is a record is generated. Record means in our language, user done the payment, there is a payment got, it should update into the DB level, right? Who will update? Then dialog will not update. Here for update work process will take care of that responsibility.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So
hi sir. Hi here.
yes. Hi.
Whenever you deactivated the update work process in the SM13 transaction, we could see as a V1, right? In the status also, we could see
V1.
V2. What is the difference between
V1,
V1?
V1 means less priority. V2 means high priority update records. Means some material in the updates also there is a high priority, low priority updates are there. So V2 means it a V2 work process. So which means high priority critical updates will be done by the V2 work process. Means suppose in the system some people they will mention the, so if you go to the here SM50 SM50. So here you can see the two update work process here, right? Update one, update two here. Update one means it's a normal responsibilities, everything it will take care of, low priority things, everything this will take care of this one. In case update is not working, that is the critical update, it should be updated here. So that system will decide the priority of the updates and everything. So then immediately V2 update process will take care of that process and everything here. So system will decide which one is the V1, which one is the update task 2 and update 1. System will take care of that one here. System will judge it. So we no need to worry about that one. If either V1 or V2, just to go to the SM13. So here we can see, we can check the last 24 hours anything failed or not. So based on that, so if we can inform to the respective functional team here.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, one more doubt. If we found the any update work process, sorry, update request anything here, what's our next step?
So okay. So if you got something here, suppose like some update got failed by the user, some other. So here take the screenshot, take the screenshot. So then inform to the your functional team. Inform to the your functional team. Every company there are the multiple teams. We are not only one team. We will work on this SAP system. With us, functional developers, then so security and end users, some business users, the multiple people will log in, they will do the multiple things here, right? So our duty is as part of the day-to-day work, in case of if any update got stuck, so then we have to take the screenshot or screen capture, okay? Then send an email to the respective functional team saying that following updates are found in the system, please take the action. So then they will take the action here. Okay, it is our user. Suppose because of your user it's done, means then you know better one why it got failed, right? So then if you ask them, they will ask you again. So better if it is the basis related things, like suppose so hours related, then we know whether it's required or not. So if it is already exist, but here it is still showing, means that is a duplicate. That is a duplicate records. Then duplicate records, maybe I will show you. Maybe if I connect to the some other real systems, ECP. Here we will get the some duplicates. So some duplicate transaction already completed, but if you are trying to process the same, it will say like, okay, this is the duplicate transaction, something like that. So it will fail it. Means it will enumerate the any duplicates are there, it will eliminate it here. So let me show you. Let me go to the SM13 here. So here, let's remove the dates here. Just click on the OK button here. So here also nothing is here. So thing somewhere I have seen last time. Maybe our guys are processed, I guess. ECD. Okay, let me log into the ECD. Oh, here also processed. So there is a teams, our users. So they are specially using the monitoring, taking care of the this ECD and ECP systems. They are taking care of this one. So why? Because they are doing the as a really, so real production systems, how we do in the day to day. So our few of the colleagues, so previous batch or current batch, few other users, they are taking care of the this ECD ECP systems here.
Right, sir. Sir, only in production systems only we need to perform the health checks, right?
Right.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Yeah,
Hello.
actually, yes, sir. Same issue I got it yesterday. It's showing error in V2 part.
Yeah, V2 means it's a less, V2 means something like some not non-criticality related things here, non-criticality related things here. So V2 modules means so less critical secondary changes, those things will be in the V2. Those things will be in the V2 here. So the main changes, it affects the objects controlling functions that will be in the V1. That will be in the V1 here. It will affect the business and it will affect the objects controlling function of the SAP systems. Then, so those are in the materials related stocks and everything is the V1. V2 are the less priority second. So that V2 stuck means it's a less priority, less priority. So we don't need to worry about that one. So any case, both the cases, maybe we may have to inform to them only. So either functional or whoever is there or respective user, we can inform to them.
Yeah, so this is Ravi again. So sorry to troubling you. So just adding to that lines. So if we identified and we will share this information to the application team to accordingly they will take it up the action. Once they take the action, if we do type with SM13 or SM14, so the data is going to be wiped out or
Data will be processed. They are going to take the action means they are going to either reprocess the transaction or they are going to use the delete option. Whatever they want, they can take the action. So, but it should be come to the zero status.
so always when we see this, it should be 0.
Yeah, as part of the daily monitoring, last 24 hours. So yesterday and today, just check it out. If there anything stuck, then we have to inform to them only. Why? Because they can do the better judgment. Why? Because functional is data related thing. So without informing to them, if you delete it, if the transaction is required, then again, once the transaction is deleted, then we cannot recover it. Again, there is a big process to DB restore and everything. So there is a big escalation also here. That's why they can do the better judgment and so they can do the better judgment here.
Okay, until to inform by the time, so this data is going to be reside in the memory or in somewhere else.
In the application layer, it will be stay in the application layer itself. It will not go to the database layer. Means here in the application itself, it will be stay in the application itself only. So application buffers only it will be stay. When you reprocess it, it will go and sit into the your DB level, database table level. It will go and sit into the here.
Okay.
Sir, if we found any struck update request based on the functionality confirmation only, we can repeat those updates or delete those updates,
Yeah,
right?
they will take care of that one. They will take care of the our duty is to inform to them only. But if they asked us to please delete it, so like that means we can delete it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So then NQ work process here, NQ mechanism, NQ. So we have the NQ mechanism that is called the SM12, SM12 here. NQ mechanism means it's a locking mechanism. So this will be done by the SM12 NQ work process, which will be available in the NQ work process, which is available in the where NQ work process is available here. Where the NQ work process is available.
Under ACS.
Yeah, right, exactly. So in the under the ASES, the NQ work process is available here. So it manage the locking entries, locking mechanism here. There are the locking mechanism here. So which means locking mechanism means so suppose example, so here SM12, here we can see the NQ related lock entries here. So here we can find out what exactly it is doing here. All right, who is doing what? So suppose one of the person is let me take the example here. Okay, so you can understand better here. So here, so what I am doing here, you are the here, there is a one more person is here, there is a one more person is here. So you all are logged into the one SAP system. There is a one table, company table. You are trying to edit this table here, right? So here, what the dispatcher will do, the first in, first out. Whoever first initiated the connection, then whoever first entered into the one of the transaction code, company code, you are trying to edit it, then entire throughout the request, if you end it, means you started editing the table, and until you save the changes, there is a lock. When you start editing the table, then there is a lock. There is a lock will be generated for your user. So why the lock means other user also trying to edit the same table, then it will give the symptom like, so sorry boss, so other person is being processing your this request. So please you have only display possible. Please you have only display possible. So
No,
like
only that is only for lock will be at the record level, right? Not at the table level.
so record table level also it will update it. Table level also there is some lock types. It will update the records level and a table level. Suppose anything you are updating, it will update the table level also here. Suppose example you see here. Suppose I am going to create the one of the entry in the table. Okay, another entry. So means SAP level lock entry, SAP level lock entry. I mean to say. So you are going to edit the entry here. So I will take the which user I logged in here under the client. Okay, basis user. Okay, fine. So I'm going to, so suppose like I'm going to edit the one of the table here. Okay, system status is not modifiable. Someone changed the status. Okay, so what I am doing, I am going to edit the one of the entry. Actually, this entry will update into the one of the table level. One of the T000 is there is a table. It will edit the entry here. You are going to do this one here, right? So the same person, the same one more person, if they are also trying to update it, they are also trying to update it here. So they are also trying to update it. It will show the here data is locked by the user. You have only display access here, right? Data is locked by the that other person. You have only display access, which means we cannot edit it. Why? Because he is going to first edit it. He is going to do the first edit one. He is going to do the first edit one. That's why the request is.
Can you update other records?
When I click the change button, then you will get the error message, right? Data is locked by the user, something like that. You will get the message, right? You will not be the change record. How can we cannot edit it here?
No, that means any updates within the table, so the entire table is going to be locked down.
Yes.
Okay.
And that table will be locked here.
Okay.
Okay. You have something to explain to everybody?
No, generally as per RDBMS standards, the only record level locking will be there. Anyway, if the entire table locking means you have to issue a query saying that update for update, so that it will lock the entire table instead of a single record. But in general, let's suppose if one customer or one particular user trying to update one record and another user is trying to update another record, so you cannot wait for the first user to update the record for the table level. I don't think so that it is means I was a bit confused.
Okay. Maybe we can ask SAP why they have maintained like this here. Okay, let me explain. So after I explained it here, so then we can ask SAP together. We can ask SAP why we have. Okay, so still I have not completed the log concept. So, okay, once I explain it here, so if you have any comments, just you can raise the hand. Okay, so log concept here. Log concept is like a, so there are the types of logs are there here. Okay, there are the types of locks are there here. So the basically the locking mechanism is here. So other person, instead of duplicate transaction to avoid the inconsistencies at database level to duplicate transaction, inconsistency at DB level, SAP will initiate a lock. SAP will initiate a lock here, like a same like SAP lock and data across the several data some maybe any database, it will assign some lock will be assigned at SAP level here. SAP level, it will assign a lock. So there some lock types of locks are there in SAP while assigning to the here. So you can see in SM12. So while I am editing, then there's one more person he cannot able to do that one. So here, what I can do here, I can go to the some SM12. I can see the types of locks are there here. I can see the types of locks here. If I go to the here, types of locks. So here you can see there is a lock mode here. Who is the user, date and timestamp, what is the table, and what is the lock argument, what is the type here. It's the E. E means it's a exclusive lock here. So like this, we have the number of types of lock modes are there here. Number of lock modes are there, not number of means hundreds of lock modes. They are the 4 lock modes are there here. 4 lock modes are there here. So one is the yes, second one is the E, third one is the X, then O is the optimistic. Okay, optimistic lock mode here. So yes means shared lock mode. Yes means shared lock mode here, which means several users can access the locked data. Shared means several users, several transactions can access the locked data at the same time in the display mode. So that the request from the further locks are accepted, but it will be the exclusive. It will be accepted to enter into the table level. It will accept it, but it is in the display mode. It will be in the display mode here. So if it is the exclusive lock, set by the another user on the same object, so which means he is doing something, means that is the exclusive lock. That lock will protect the object against from other users. He cannot do anything here, means he is the lock owner, he cannot do anything here. So which means, so you can shared lock means just display, right? Display mode. So you can access while he is editing, you can do it. You can just while he is editing the transaction. Suppose he is editing the transaction, then we can choose the display here. Once he close the edit mode, here we can edit it here. We can do our edit option. Now I got the edit option here, which means the exclusive lock and scheduled locks are together is displaying the object here. Displaying the object means, so especially the lock mode here, exclusive lock, it will protect the object against from other owners, other transactions here. So not all the objects are the scheduled lock. So here some are the shared, some are the exclusive. Exclusive means if the lock argument exclusive means, so another person, he cannot edit it while others are in progress. Another person is not edit it here. There is one more argument here. That is called the exclusive non-cumulative here. This means, so several times, whereas the locks can be requested several times by the same transaction. There are the multiple exclusive locks requested by one by one others. So they can be requested. Here the same transaction, multiple people one by one they can request here, right? So that is the one. So optimistic means, so you will get confused, here. Why? Because system will decide this all the lock entries. You will get some confused. Basically the lock means to avoid the database inconsistency and also others for the duplicate transactions. System will assign the based upon the situation, system will assign the lock mode, either the shared or the exclusive or the cumulative. Like cumulative means is the exclusive. This is the exclusive. This is the exclusive non-cumulative here, right? Then optimistic lock means it's a shared lock. It's a shared lock, shared one. The lock is shared one, but multiple people can use this one. This is the rare cases here. This is the rare cases here. The lock is shared, multiple people can do the transactions at the same time. You can edit it here, that objects here. Why? Because there is no dependency here. So but exclusive lock here, that is also requested by the several members, same transaction, several lock will be assigned. This is the very critical one. At a time only one person can do the edit of the table or that object. He can do that one. So this is the shared means. So multiple people can access, but so only multiple people can access, display to the multiple people, but who are editing, so that is only edit mode for them. But all will be combined. System will decide which lock has to be assigned to the user. System will be decided here. So if you are getting about this confusion, just leave it out. Just only the lock keys, NQ lock mechanism, to avoid the inconsistency between your database and SAP and duplicate transaction, the lock mode. So one more scenario, I will explain it here. Okay, I'm in the SAP level. I am going to create the one group. I am going to create it here. Okay, it's not the table level. One group I am going to create it here. Just create the here. Just I assign the create here. So one more person is also trying to create the same, but you will get the, in the starting itself, you will get the information like, oh, this table is currently locked by the user. You have only display possible here. This is also exclusive lock only. This is also exclusive lock only here. You can see one transaction, multiple locks are assigned. One transaction, multiple locks are assigned here, exclusive locks, right? So the argument we cannot dissect it. It's a different coding part. But here we can know what is the table, what are the tables which related to this transaction. Each table, there are the multiple transactions, right? Multiple locks will be assigned here. So you can close it. You can close this. We can cancel this one. Then other person can do the edit here. We can just delete the locks, delete the lock entries. But normally we should not delete it. So then other person can go ahead. Now it is displayed, right? So now what you can do, you can go ahead. You can just scroll back. Then SMLG. So you can edit it now. You can edit it now. So, but other person also, so is open the transaction, but his lock argument is cancelled. His lock argument is cancelled here. So here system will decide which lock will assign it. So what is the status? System will decide it here. So here multiple locks. Previously is only one lock entry, one table. Here multiple lock entries, the same transaction codes here. Exclusive, cumulative, shared one, exclusive, optimistic locks. So there are the types of locks are there. So, but it's a very confusing part. Only you can remember is, so why? Because that is system internally that will do. Only you can remember is, so other person when he is editing the anything, so we cannot do anything here. Means you cannot do anything means other person just only display is possible. You cannot do it here. Okay, that is only one thing is the NQ part here. NQ part here. So all these things, sir. So we can see you deleted something. Someone is updated something. Someone deactivated the update. Then how can I know, or how can we know where all these things are recorded here? Why? Because someone deleted something from the production system. Someone deactivated forcibly, so he did not get the good appraisal. Then he deactivated the update in the production system, right? Then how can I know here? So they are some daily transaction codes are there here. There are the daily transaction codes that is called the ST12, then SM21, and some other transaction codes. ST12, ST22 means it's a above runtime errors here. Above runtime errors here. Here in the we can see the program errors, syntax errors, timeout errors, right? If any program having several issues, any system is behaving abnormally, there is a program error, syntax error, memory error, CPU, file system, DB, deadlocks, anything we can find out in the ST22. There is a dump will be generated. There we can check it out here. SM21, it is a system logs. These two are the one of the troubleshooting transaction codes here. Something goes wrong with the system, we mainly have to check with the SM21, ST22 here. Suppose example, now we deleted something, so I have only deleted, but here we can assume, okay, no one don't know I deleted something means here, but in the system that will be recorded. In the system, if you go to the system, then display the logs here, that will be recorded here, what we have done till now. So who deactivated the update at what time and who is the user here. Then who modified the profile. So who activated the again update work process, right? Who deleted the lock entry, who activated, who deactivated, who active. So each and everything, it will be recorded. Each and everything will be, so but the specific user has activated the update. Who is the user? Basis user. At what time? Today's time. At what is the transaction? SM14 used. What is the client? 100 client, right? So what is the process ID used? This one, right? What is the program which is called the backend package? What is the terminal? I mean, what is the client IP? From which is the what is the IP, or what is the server you logged into the system? So then all this will be recorded here. Terminal means user terminal sessions here. Everything will be recorded here. Everything will be recorded. So we cannot escape it here. What is the transaction? Everything will be recorded here, right? Session details, technical details, parameter details. So then what he has done, which dialog work process updated for you. So we helped you. Why? Because while logging to the system, there is a one dialog work process, right, which help you to log in, process this work. What is the dialog work process? What is the number? Who is the user? Everything is recorded the details. So we cannot escape it here. So immediately they will take the screenshot and they will ask you why you have deactivated the update. Why you have deactivated the update? So because of the reason, some transactions got delayed. So like that, they may ask you the multiple questions here, right? So who
What is
did
the retention period of this log?
So this logs we have, so 14 days, I think 14 days or 7 days. There is a jobs actually. So as per the retention period, this will be so executed 14 days or 7 days is there. So last 14 days data are, so last 14 days, I think 14 days, last 14 days data, we can see it now. We can also increase the retention period, but
Okay.
let me see you. Just I made it empty, everything. Just check it out. You will get the starting date, from date to date. If you want to filter only that particular message, I don't want to all in the one screen to investigation purpose. Here I can see it here, right? So from 7th onwards, the transactions are getting displayed. So 7th means it's a 14 days, I think. This 1 week.
So first
2
month, right?
weeks.
Now we are in the
It's
second.
7th January.
Oh, 7th January. Okay. So I think somewhere some jobs are not running here. This
Gotcha.
much. There is some jobs here. Our next concept is the next once the DVEB. Next is the background jobs. So if the jobs are, it depends. It depends upon that one. We can set the retention periods. We can depends upon that one. We can set the, if the job is not running, the cleanup job, definitely it will stay in the system itself only, right? If
Got
the
it.
jobs are running, so it will delete it. So here NWD, right? NWD. Let me check the job status here. There are some jobs, cleanup jobs here. There are some cleanup jobs here, the default standard jobs, which will do
Okay.
the some cleanup regarding the update, deletion of the old updates, deletion of the old DOMs. Then all the cleanup activities SAP level, there are some jobs here, internal jobs.
Okay.
So let me check here. So here, I think it's not running. You can see nothing is released here. It's not running. Delete the bad jobs. Delete the old above dumps in ST22. So then like this, we have the delete the job logs, batch input, delete the job statistics, ARPON jobs, ARPON logs here. So it's not running, job is not running, messages is not running here, jobs are not running here. So that's the reason jobs are not running. So that's the reason you see. So this is still we have the 1 month old data is there in the system, old data is there. So that's the thing. So if I take the one more some ECP system, let's see in this system, but I think here in the jobs are running. Normally 14 days, 2 weeks is the retention period.
Okay. No problem, no problem. That's
But
okay.
we can check it out. We can check it out.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, even I also forgot it, the retention period for
That's-
this one.
Yeah, that is fine. No issues.
Here, what is it doing? It is pulling the data from the database level. It is from 21, only 1 week data is left. Something 1 week data. She has short dump deleted from the snap table. Okay. 1 week or 2 weeks is there. Yeah. So that is the SM21. Yeah, we are at the SM21. 21 is the, so all the information we can pull it out here in the system. What's happening? What is the error message? Why system is very slow at a particular time? Or so since yesterday, why system is down? What happened yesterday last 1 hour? So I think 27 till 27th. Let's take the last 1 hour. 1 hour. So here in the 20 period, something is happened in the system, we want to know here. Then just you can filter. These all are the filter conditions here. You can filter it out here. If you remove the dates, it will give the more information. But if you know the particular timestamp system is behaving very abnormally and everything, just we can filter it out. Just click on the execute button. Then we'll see the particular log here. So there is no log at the particular hour here. Maybe so something. So then we can just pull out the 21. The next hour, is there any logs here? What is the 28th date here? Oh, 28. Yeah, we have the date here. So from 20 onwards, we have the log generated. What happened? Connection to message server got failed here at 8:47 system time here, 27th. Right? So then you can see failed to send the request to the message server. So DP, dispatcher is failed to send the response request to the message server. There are some error messages here. We need to see what happened during this time. Right? So if you go to the up to here, that is fine. Then operating system call, we can ignore it. We can ignore those messages. Then after that, after some time, again, the connection is established successfully from application server to here. Maybe we practiced yesterday. I think it's the same time we participated. That may be the reason. So then after that, update was activated. Then something was modified in the system. So this is what happened in the system. So we know why, because yesterday we tested something deactivating and activating that may cause some issues. But in the real cases, we need to check when it was failed, dispatcher. Okay, 8:47. Okay, system time. Then when again the connection is established to the system. Then here again 8:50. So 47:52, 5 minutes gap. In the 5 minutes gap, what happened during this time? What happened in the same time? So we need to, so we got it here. In between time, what are the logs are generated? So then we have the message server ID is missing. Message server ID means, which means someone stopped the message server. Someone stopped the message server here. Because of this reason, so it's failed to send the request to the message server. Someone stopped it here. So that's the reason application server cannot communicate to the message server. That's the reason yesterday we faced some licensing errors, unable to log in and everything, because of message server is not responding. If the message server is not responding, then application server, it won't take any work, any load, it won't take any request here. That's what it's happened. So yeah, though all those things, everything got recorded here. Then it's, so we can analyze it, troubleshooting purpose, what happened and each and everything we can investigate it here. Right? So this is what we have done it
So
here.
this syslog file is available for all the end users or only for admins?
Only admin have the access to this transaction code. Only administrators, only admin has the access to this basis transaction codes. Why? Because in SAP, multiple people will work on it. The basis team, security team, and everything. So it's our responsibility. It's a basis team responsibility. So to check the system, to administration of the systems related things and everything here. So as soon as we join the shift, first of all, first thing is the monitoring of your production system. So ST22, SM21, is there any abnormalities? And SM12, are there any old lock entries? Then SM50, what is is there enough dialog work process are available or not? SM66, are the application server work process okay or not? Then SM13, are there any failed update records or not? SM14, to check whether the update is active or not. These all are the checkpoints. Before business login, we need to cross check all these things. System monitoring, we need to check it out. So what system monitoring and everything, we have to cross check here. So that's the thing, we need to check it out. Who is taking my user ID? If I share the administrator user, the people is doing this one. Okay, so then, so now the next one is the ST22. This is also will helpful for the some of the information here. This is also will help us to grab the some issues in the system, internal issues, either the coding problem or anything. This is also will help. Runtime errors, when the system is running from long time. So runtime errors means, so system means multiple codes will run in the back end, multiple programs will run in the back end. So SAP system will connect to the multiple systems, databases, application, operating system. It will communicate it. This is the application layer. So here in ST22, here we can find out the dumps, above dumps here. So what is the program error? Is there any program errors? Is there any critical errors? What user caused this program user? What is the client? Then application server, what time we got these errors? So everything here. So if you expand this above dump here, we will come to know what is the exact error here. This is some kind of program error. You can see above program error. Program error means definitely we have to inform to the program, means who will write the program? Developers, right? Definitely we need to inform to that those person. They will write the program, class, packages and everything. We have to inform to them so that they will check the dump and see what went wrong here. Here you will get some tree structure here. Here you will find out what is the user which is caused this dump, what is the program, and what is the line number in which the program 1, 2, 3, there are the lines are there. That program, what is the line, where is the bug here, right? So what happened during this time here? There is something is running here in the system, but some jobs or someone is executing something, but the program is failing. The results are not coming because of there is a program error here. Because of this reason, this is not coming here. So what you can do here, right? So you can see the error analysis. So here all will be available here. We will get some clues what happened here. Here there is an exception occurred in so there is a class in the program. There is a class. So in the class there is a method. Normally the programmers knows here. The class dynamically specified here. So is not defined in the system as a local. It's a global class. So there is some information here. How to correct the error here? This must be prevented by cutting some method. We have to change it and everything here, right? So there is a information. If you don't resolve it, just download the dump here, save the dump, then inform to the SAP here to fix the errors. There is definitely there is a program. So what is the environment? So all the information you have details here. Maybe how to correct it. Maybe if you go to, we scroll down. So the program also will be displayed. Yeah, there is, if you scroll down, this is the program here. You can see this is the program. So in the program, you see, this is the program here. In the program, This is the source code of the program. This is the program. In this program, this is the lines. This is the source code here. So in this program, so here there is a where there is a error, the line number 33, there is a error. Then they will give the this symbol here, current line. Here there is a wrong. There is a wrong in this type here. There is a wrong in this type here. So that is the reason our program is getting failed. That is the reason the program is getting failed here. So if you inform to the developer, he knows what is wrong. Why? Because his duty is writing the code, programs, and everything here. His duty, right? So here his duty is like this only here. But so then he can take the respective action, maybe some other code, or he will develop the code, or he will correct the entry here, something. So he will take care of that part. He will take care of that one. So, but our duty is informing. It is the basis error. Basis error means some DB error, unable to connect to the database, some different kind of errors. Then we can investigate it. We can investigate it as a business consultant. We have to investigate it here. Why there is a error here? See here, yesterday there is a dump here in the NWD system. Let's see what is the exception here. Some exceptions, program error, syntax error. There is a object duplicate got triggered. Duplicate got triggered here. Then what is the program where the duplicate condition got caught here? How to correct it here? So what is the line number which got the error here? So you will get the some kind of information in the system here. What is the source code? The source code. So this is a 36 line number, duplicate. There is a duplicate exception got occurred here. So what is the transaction duplicate exception? So someone with the basis user, so they are trying to do, they are executing the HTML transaction code. So maybe other person also doing the similar thing. Maybe to that time, to avoid the duplicate, there is a exception got generated here. Exception got generated here. So that may be the reason here. For this type of issues, there is a notes, there is a information from the SAP sites. So we can get the respective note, then we can implement it here. So this type of few things, program error, syntax errors, some null pointer exceptions, uncaught exceptions, raise exceptions. These all are, we can check with our developers and functional team. Few dumps which are related to us, like DB related errors, DB space related error, DB memory related issues, CPU utilization, shared memory related. These all are the, we are responsible. If you inform DB related to issue to them, what they can do? It's a technical, even they don't know, then they will again ask us to please help, right? So we have to check it out here. So the space issue, then we need to check the space. It's a memory issue. We need to check is the CPU, shared memory issue. What is the causing the shared memory issues? So like this, using these transaction codes, we can check our system performance and everything here. ST22, SM21 here. So always every day we may have to go to any issues occurs in the system, slowness or something. We always frequently use this transaction code ST22, SM21, SM13, SM14, SM50, SM66. So all these transactions code we have to go it here. So this is the information here. Okay, so you please whatever we discussed, right? So SM50, then SM66, then SM13, SM14, now ST22, then SM21, SM12. All these transaction codes, reverse of this transaction, you need to practice it each day transactions. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, actually in the transaction SM12, we delete the lock entries, right, sir?
Right.
Sometime I'm facing issues, sir. I'm already deleted the lock entries. After deleting also, it's showing, sir.
Yeah. What happens? That is the shared logs, exclusive multiple logs. What happens? There is a one job or there is a one user. What he is doing is executing the one of the program is executing. Okay, either program or reporting is trying to execute it here. Sometimes what will happen? This program will initiate the n number of locks or will initiate the multiple threads, multiple parallel processing, it will initiate it here. Multiple parallel processing means each processing, there is a one thread will be assigned, right? Thread means there is a one work process, some lock will be assigned. That is the reason, even though if you delete it, then there is a multiple locks keep on generating until he close
Yes.
the editing mode, he keep on it's generating only. Then we need to check what is the program which is causing, what is the table, what is the who is the user. We need to check with him what he is executing exactly, how he is executing, is running in the dialog mode or backend mode. So like that we have to take the some troubleshooting steps we have to perform it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.